Yeah, more blood, please.
As you wish.
Tales from the Crawl Space. Vacations from Hell episode. Gotta turn up for my suntan.
Hey, how you all doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. I, of course, am your gaseous host, Brad Harvey. And over there in the beautiful mountains of the Shenandoah is my good buddy, Clark Griswold.
Hey, how you doing?
How's
What's
the
up,
heck there,
man?
Clark? I'm just happy to be home, man. Fuck, what a
I
week.
bet.
Holy shit. Yeah, everybody's going through it up here in this part of the world. It is season has jumped the shark, and so has everybody's fucking sanity. Um, I don't get it every time, every year at this time. Those nice customers turn into complete and total unglued assholes, and just everything's a fucking emergency. You got your yellow jackets running around all over the place, just trying to doing nothing but just being dickheads and
Right.
just wanting to sting anything that moves, and usually you're in the way of it. Um, and you got the customers. The spiders are hanging out on their houses. The fucking things are coming in. The nights are getting cooler. Mice are beginning
I was gonna
to
say you're getting
mice are
cold
beginning to
nights.
rear their fucking bucktooth heads.
So here
And
comes the rodent calls. Yeah.
it's like this is the time of year where everything is going at once, and and those people that were normally glad to see you in the spring and early summer, everybody was chill. It's like, hey man, how you doing? Come on in. And I was like, you were 2 minutes late. What the hell?
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, and as is custom with us in the business, and by the business I do mean the industry, uh, our thoughts start to turn about towards vacation.
Yes, they do.
And the thought of just being able to put the duster and bait gun and flow zone down and just get the fuck away from it for at least a week and reacquaint yourself with your family and your own life. And that's what we're going to talk about today is how our plans to enjoy ourselves come out beautifully or just fucking totally catch into fire in the dumpster. And so we're gonna talk about some of that. And Jack, you're an old retired man now, but I'm sure
I
you got
am.
some fond memories of that awesome week before vacation
Oh
where
man.
all hell breaks loose. And
Well, big box companies. Oh, and I'll tell you, I know a couple people out there who will totally understand where I'm coming from. The Donnie Marie Pest Control. When they know you've got vacation and they can't seem to find the loophole to keep you from going on vacation, and you have the time set in stone and you're getting ready to roll out, they will take the rest of your route for the rest of the month and pile it up the week before you have to go, before you're going on vacation. They will load you up to the point that you're working 14-hour days. I think the Crusader of Contempt is familiar with this type of thing.
oh, absolutely.
But they will jackhammer you in the doo-doo hole
Oh,
for
they
the
will.
entire week. I mean, just throwing shit across town. Oh, you got to go get this one before you go. Blah 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 blah. They will front load. And I tell you, none of the stops make sense.
Nope.
None of them are even remotely close to each other. They just stick it so far up your honey hole that you can taste it. That's how fucking disgusting it is.
Oh shit, yeah. Not only that, not only is front loading a good tradition with the big box companies. They do that. They do that on vacation months and holiday months and all
Oh
this
yeah.
other fun shit. Um, the look of contempt on your fellow technicians when you return from vacation is definitely a Kodak moment because they, for some reason, at, your customers just fall apart while you're gone.
Oh, of course they do.
And they get to saddle the burden while you're out there. If it's something that that can't be put on the back burner until you get back, then it's going to go to another tech. That other tech is usually not too pleased about it, even though you have to do the same thing when he or she goes on vacation. But nobody ever remembers that shit. And so no, they're like, God damn it, man, what the fuck have you been doing? It's like, Been doing my job, motherfucker. You know?
Oh, and everybody talks shit about your accounts while you're gone. I mean, well, he does this. Blah, blah, why is it like this? Blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker, I'm running my routes. I have hardly any reservices. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me do it the way I do it.
Yeah, no shit. I always try to get with everybody before I go on vacation and say, look, okay, looks like you got Mrs. Sanford on your fucking route. Route for next week. Okay, her cat's name is Poodle. Don't ask me why. Or and she likes this. Make sure you got your shoe covers on. Make sure they're new ones and everything like that. And then, sure as shit, you go back to Mrs. Sanford's house, and they're like, that guy just didn't do anything right. It's like he wore dirty boot covers, and he did this, and he did this, he didn't do that, and it's like, and then you go and do your normal thing. It's like, well, he did this. Why are you doing it? Why did he do it that way, and you're not doing it? It's like, God damn, man, come on. Yeah, it makes vacation fun. The studies have shown that your stress level when you take a vacation, your actual the whole physiological level of stress and tension and stuff goes down and gets at its lowest point about 4 days into the week.
Right.
Okay, and when you get back, it takes exactly 7 hours for it to get right. That is probably one of the most accurate true studies I've ever heard of.
I always thought it goes all the way back up to the top the night before you got to go back to work because you're worried about the shitstorm you're going to walk into.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you want to look at that study, I'll give you the source. Trust me, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. What a fucking mess. I tell you what I ended up doing, what I kind of figured out for me, the way I'd have my route run is they'd let me schedule my own route, and I'd work with customers and say, hey, I'm going to be going on vacation this coming month. I'm going to pick you up a week or two earlier. Is that okay? And I would knock out all of my stops. I'd add a couple in each day to get that week's worth of stops the last week just about completely done. So I had nothing left to do the last week of the month.
Right. Yeah.
So you'd hustle, but yeah.
Sure. But when you work for a company where you have that level of control over your own scheduling, route, customers, etc., that's perfect. Back to Big Green Tea. That's how I used to rock. I try to. I would. I'd squeeze a stop or two in each day. To try to get them done. A lot of times it's like they're like, yeah, sure, come on in. Other times they're just like, no, that's not good. I can't. You're supposed to come every 30 days. I said, no, lady, I'm supposed to be monthly, and
right.
You'll get some blowback on some of them, but on the whole, it does help. And then you got the ones that's like, I'll just wait till you come back, and I was like,
so you lose the production.
This just totally destroys my plan here. I mean, which is good. I'd still get the production, but we're just kicking the can down the road on that one.
Right.
But speaking of the week, and that's all the customer driven stuff. That a lot of that stuff you can control, as Jack had mentioned. By loading up a stop or two here and there. But there's the things that you just plain old fucking can't control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's fucking Law. Absolute perfect example was today. Okay. My plan was to take a half a day so I could get home, go get my beautiful bride's Honda CRV washed inside and out so it doesn't smell like the past year while we're driving down to where we're going to go vacation. And I'm going to get off at noon. I got to drop my work truck off, pick up my home whip, bring it up, go do that. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of loose ends to tie up before we leave tomorrow or early Saturday morning. And I'm on all the way on the east side of town, getting ready to go in to do a quarterly initial. I've got this person, and I've got a restaurant that closes at 3:00 that I'm going to do right after. It's just down the road, so everything's good. Well, until I get the text from our perky office lady, Alexis, sends a group text out, say, okay, so and so has just been shut down by the Board of Health. They found mouse droppings in the kitchen. Okay, sidebar, we just picked up this account, right?
Mhm.
And Jackson went,
Is that? But is that an all hands?
Actually, yeah, we've had it for like a month or two. Okay,
Right, but it ends up being like an all hands on deck type thing.
no, it wasn't an all hands on deck. It's like, who the fuck is close enough to drop off some traps to these fuckers?
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm in Oaklandon. This place is like over on the, which is on the way fucking east side of our territory, and this is close to downtown Indianapolis. And I was like, I can't make it. I'm in Oakland. Now, granted, I was just there this morning doing their regular service, but I'll get back to that. So then after that, right after I read that text, the phone rings. So granted, I am in the driveway of this lady's house. I've already told her I was going to be there. She's probably standing at the front door waiting for me to get out of the truck.
Right.
And then I hear the Greek music. It's he's got his own ringtone. It's an excerpt from Zorba the Greek. And so I was like, "Hey Pete, how you doing?" And he goes, "Not good, motherfucker." He starts in on and Pete being Pete is the only customer that I can dish it right back out to.
Okay. Okay.
It's a thing. It's like, I guess
Sounds to me like back the fuck up. Man.
I guess if I don't know, man. It's like every time I deal with this is how it's got to be.
Right.
They yell at me. I yell at them. We drop F-bombs. Hand gestures are flying around, even though we're on the phone. And then after it's all settled and done, it's like, see you next month. Anyway, so he's flipping his shit. It's Thursday. They just got shut down because of the poopy. And and she's not gonna be back until Monday. He's like, biggest fucking part of our week, and we can't fucking sell food. I was like, look, dude. I said, I'm all the way in Oakland. Let me get on the phone and we'll get this shit settled. I'll get somebody out there. We'll get some traps. I'll come up with a plan, and that'll be that. And so there's nobody around. So I have to call the office back and say, it's like, reschedule the restaurant I was going to do next, and let him know I'll be there in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so because the dude I was on the phone with, he goes, look, if you get here before she leaves, they won't close us down. And I'm thinking, you're so fucking full of shit.
Right.
Like, all right.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
okay.
All right. So anyway, I'm trying to get this lady done, this first one done. And so I call William the Merciful up or text him and say, please, 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 please call the restaurant, talk to the inspector, let her know we're on our way. And then about 5 minutes later, he calls me back up. He goes, yeah, I just got off the phone with them. They're going to shut them down anyway. I said, I knew. I was like, I knew
what the
it.
fuck?
And, but he goes, so get there when you can. So I just, finished this service, went down there. Okay. And yeah, pretty much I said, okay, where were the places that the inspector was freaking out on? And the kitchen manager showed me, pointed at the exact same spots that he told me this morning where they had seen some things and that there were droppings. He knew there were droppings there. Did he? And after I documented everything, did he clean them up?
Nope.
No. And a few short hours later, who walks in the door? That's right, the health inspector. Now, this is in a strip type building, about 100-year-old building, and close to downtown. And they've got a restaurant on one end of this building and a restaurant on another end of this building. So what does she do when she closes this one down? Where do you think she goes, Jack?
Right down the other end.
Right over the other one, which didn't get shut down, which was great because I never heard the fucking end of that. But yeah, so
is the other one your account as well?
It is, yes.
Okay.
It is,
okay.
Definitely. We've got. There's also a pizza joint in the middle of it that's not owned by this person, but I just did the initial service on that one today. So we've got both ends in the middle now.
Oh damn! Okay, nice.
Just hippie boutique shit that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, fuck them.
If I've got both ends in the middle, we can get the whole building dealt with.
Yeah,
and
it's nice when you get them on both ends. Yeah,
other fucking places don't start selling food. We're good.
It's always nice when you get them on both ends. So,
hell yeah, it is. One in the front.
Pound chicken, wow, spit roast.
That's right, and just a belly rub in the middle. everything's dirty to you, Jack.
I'm the friend that will make everything dirty. That's
Oh
just
my
how that
God,
works with me.
which is why I love you hanging around with you, man. You find places to put your junk that I never even thought of.
Yes, I do. And speaking of vacations, I mean, it's not going to be too terribly long that we're going to be doing this in person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be rolling out the first weekend of October.
That's right.
That's what 3 weeks from now.
Can't fucking wait. That's right. Yep. I wonder what fresh hell is going to develop the day before that.
Oh fuck! We're going to sit at Bynum's and drink and have a prime rib and talk about it.
Yeah, with William the Merciful.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
I owe him dinner. I owe him dinner now. It's like I made a promise to him that if I hit a certain goal, that I would buy him dinner at Bynum's. And
well, technically, he's still paying for it because it's his money. He paid you, so technically, he's still paying for it.
No, he's not, because after I earn that money, it's mine. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I was talking about. We keep a running tally of how we're doing,
right?
Each month, breakdown and stuff. And because I was just, I sent him a jokingly text and said, I want a raise. And he goes, so do I. I said, well, your raise is at the lower right-hand side of the chalkboard there, buddy. Yeah.
So, with the health department, you got them squared away, because I hate that you'll document everything. You'll tell them where everything is. This needs to be done. This needs to be done. Nobody fucking does anything. I had a restaurant like that here in Winchester. They had the same desiccated, almost translucent piece of shrimp laying behind the prep table.
Uh-huh.
I'm not their maid. I'll point it out and say, "This, you need to clean this up." And I'll come back the next month. I'm like, the shrimp is still there.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done anything.
God,
I can't.
I did the same thing. I wish I would have taken a picture of this when I did it, but I was doing this restaurant that served damn near everything. There's like fucking shrimp heads and stuff like that laying on the floor underneath one of the prep tables, and right next to it there was one of those one of those plastic things where they put in the middle of pizzas that keep the box.
The little pizza tables, yeah.
Exactly. So I took it, I set up the table, and I put the shrimp heads all around the little table. Nice thing. And I said I got a little surprise for you next month. When I do my follow up, I went back, I looked down there, and sure enough, there. I said, look. I said, your guests are still here. And he looks down and he's like, that's funny. When'd you do that? I said, 2 months ago. He's like, oh, okay. he goes, well, all restaurants are like that. I said, no, all restaurants
they're not.
are like that. I said, now clean it up, please. And you got the one where you put the penny on, put the penny underneath it, and fine. It's like, take I put this penny somewhere. It's your job to find it. And while you're down there, clean up your mess. And that was always fun. But anyway, back to the Board of Health.
Right.
They're not coming back till Monday, so they're shut down for the whole fucking weekend.
Ooh.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's done, right?
Wow.
That gives them plenty of time to clean. But I'm going to be on vacation, so William the Merciful gets to do the last follow-up, where you walk around. It's like, you better pick that turd up, pick that turd up, pick that turd up, and, before, get there before the inspector gets in. And then all the turds are picked up. They're back to serving lunch. But anyway, how this fucks up my plans for tomorrow is I now have to go from all the way down in Mooresville, Indiana, which is about 45 minutes away. I was going to stop by, pick up my truck, my personal truck, and go home. Well, no, I can't do that now. I'll still go pick up my personal truck, but I have to go back to this restaurant and set up a bunch more, more permanent traps, which I didn't have on the truck today, in order to make them, to appease them. So they're gonna be buying a whole case of tin cats tomorrow, and they don't know it yet. So
yeah,
and
making 2 cases.
Hey, make it 2 cases. I wish. I think we only got 1 case left. We haven't picked up an order yet.
Damn, Bill, come on.
I know his leg. You saw his leg, right?
I did.
Oh,
he had a big old purple nurple on his leg.
Oh my God!
What the fuck?
I don't know if he showed that on Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, but he had a nasty spill on an all-terrain vehicle over the weekend. Rolled the damn thing on it. Didn't break his leg or anything, which was a blessing. But when you're made of iron like William the Merciful, you don't break, you bruise. And boy, did he bruise! That was the biggest fucking blood blister I ever saw in my life, you guys. It was about the size of my head.
How much
And
had he had to drink?
we won't go into that. But I will say, you know, somewhere between, the population of Milwaukee and St. Louis, but
Okay. Okay.
speaking in beer terms. But yeah, he had a lovely little spill. Didn't tell us about it until the following morning. Mercifully, as he is William the Merciful, he waited
Mhm.
until after we ate breakfast to show us his leg.
Oh my
And
God.
but me and Richard were just like, holy shit! And I was like, you gotta. He goes out when I get back into town Sunday. I'll go to bed check that. Well, he didn't make it to Sunday. I guess it was just hurting so bad it just kept filling up with blood. He goes, I gotta go. So he left and got it looked at and got to stay in the ER for like 6.5 hours.
Oh, I saw his post. He was like there for fucking ever. I mean, you sent me a
Yeah.
picture of it. I was like, what the fuck is that?
And that was the most hideous thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And
That
I
was
like, God. But anyway, so he's had it wrapped up, and his leg is swollen as fuck. He's got this one leg.
sure.
It feels like me. He's swollen 24/7, but it's even worse now. His one leg is just like ugh, and he called it like he called himself Elephantitis Man or something like that. But, so he's having a hard time getting around. He's been resting it, taking it easy and stuff because he knows that once I go on vacation, he's gonna have to run some shit. So
Right. Yeah.
I've got that nice new truck. I just if he's gonna use it, I just really hope it. I really hope he doesn't like weep onto the floor.
little sheepage. Little sheepage.
Oh my God! It's like, is that? I'll get in there. It's like, is that lymph? Oh God!
Oh, God. Ugh.
Oh,
I'll tell you about vacations. One of our good friends from the Shit That Goes On in Our Head podcast, G-Rex, was coming back from vacation in Florida and passed through my town on the way home. So I got to meet her and her lovely wife for dinner at the local Mexican restaurant. Man, it was the coolest thing meeting her in person. She is about 4 foot something tall. She's a short little thing, and she's ornery as hell in the best way possible. I love her to death. It was the coolest thing at all. Getting to see G-Rex.
Yeah. She looks so much taller on podcast.
Oh, it was really great seeing her. Apparently they went on a cruise. She was hanging out with some of the people that she used to work with while she lived down there. Talked about they're at over 500,000 downloads now.
Wow,
that's amazing.
And weak,
but it's
those ladies.
Well, we are a niche type thing now. Their show is so broad spectrum mental health and wellness, and it's not dry, uncalculated, and clinical and shit. It's just like sitting around with your best friends. It's the coolest thing. It's funny. It's informative, and I can see the appeal. I totally can, and I wish them much more success. Yeah, it was so great seeing the G-Rex.
I have a feeling that stuff marinates out there in the podcast sphere long enough. They are really going to be something.
Oh yeah,
and it is a really good. It's such a true, relaxed. Jack and I both were on the show last year, and we're gonna get to be on it again too. This
year.
We
sure are
eventually. But it was probably one of the most chill, relaxed atmospheres. Environments that just be able, the four of us just sitting around and shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. You've got you've got. We all really clicked. I feel like, and had a great time. Dirty Skittles has that awesome NPR voice that like.
Oh yeah, no, I just you melt every time. And just you're like, yeah,
it's
for sure.
Calming. Just a calming presence, and we really had a good time. Jack and I bared our souls.
We did. We really did. I laid myself bare.
We shared. We had a sharing moment with.
I overshared, but that's when do I not overshare?
Right. Never undershare. It's like, excuse me, my undershare is writing up here. Just give me a second.
I'm gonna end up standing up and pick it out, and whoo, look at that.
That's right. Yep. But
Got a
yeah,
little schmaltz on it.
that's it's definitely not a podcast that's going to make your undershare draw up into your crack like ours does. It's good healthy listen. So yeah, I check
It is.
please check it out.
The link is on our website, tftc.wtf. Podcasts worth your time. If you go to that link, if you do the little hamburger menu and go down, you'll see the page for other podcasts. You'll find shit that goes on in our head podcasts there on that page, along with Beers of War, Chicky Delta Pie, and some other ones that are friends of ours.
Yes, and it's no small accident that our podcast isn't on Podcast Worth Listening to.
Well, it's because we are the fucking podcast. God damn it.
Self-promotion.
No, we're pretty fucking awesome, man.
We try to keep things modest here.
Shit. Okay.
Well, we keep things modest. Maybe for all podcasts except the annual Is a Tater podcast.
Hey, Sancho sent in a story for us. What are you drinking out of there? That looks like a Tony Spangler custom tumbler.
It is, and boy, is it delicious! I'm mixing it up today. I got to work tomorrow, so I'm not. I'm kind of laying off the bourbon tonight, and because I'm gonna have, I got a lot of driving to do tomorrow, and a hell of a lot of driving Saturday. So I'm enjoying myself a little bit of Yingling from America's oldest brewery. Wash it down with a little bit of iced tea in my Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com.
Yes.
And of course, as we always say, I mean, what can we say about the Tony Spangler tumbler that we have not said repeatedly, but it all holds true? Sleek design. This cup is the proper diameter for almost every cup holder that every car manufacturer has made to this day, with the exception of the 1994 Dodge Dakota. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. It just doesn't fit in there.
Rubber bottom.
Goddamn. Oh yeah, rubber bottom. I was going off on a rant on my but yes, definitely rubber bottom.
You couldn't fit a fucking roll of quarters in that cup holder you're talking about.
No, you can't. You're absolutely right. It's got and it's little cheapy plastic, pull out thing.
Mm-hmm.
Push it in, and you hit railroad tracks, and it's like, boom, time to put your drink in. And it's like, no, get back in there.
And it's like a diving board. The fucker flexes when you hit a bump, and it'll launch whatever's in there. It's like a diving board.
It's got that little cheap plastic thing that hangs up.
Yeah.
That little piece of stick of plastic to try to support everything. It's always breaking. You forget about it. You got you're drinking a 12 ouncer, which is the only fucking thing that'll fit in that. You put it, it's just like
it just drops right there. I remember those.
My life. Oh my god. I wouldn't trade my 94 Dakota for the world, but I would just, I'm thinking about just taking a hot glue gun, pushing that fucker in, gluing it shut, and letting it stay there. I'm never going to use it. I'm going to have to get one. I'm going to have to go back in a time machine and get one of those plastic clip-on cup holders that,
from Track Auto that you stick in the door.
On your door, yeah.
Yep, that's good to say that.
Like, you go to hit your turn signal, you knock the fucker off and everything. But it still hold a bigger fucking container than the Dodge Dakota. And the fact that they didn't have enough foresight back 30 years ago when they manufactured that to make one to at least fit. They should have knew this was coming. They should have knew that the Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com was coming.
That's right.
This is one of the most versatile things. When I was
is.
I was down on the farm.
Phantom pesticide.
Exactly. I was down at my buddy Richard's farm in Owen County over the weekend, and I took my Starbucks coffee mug. Don't judge me. I found it in an alley.
Starbucks.
It fucked Starbucks. Exactly.
What else were you doing in that alley at the time?
That's right. But that to me that was 100% obtainium, so I'm good. I don't want to talk about what I was doing in the alley. It involved bodily fluids, but not what you're thinking about. Anywho. Anyway, so God damn it, I lost track of my story.
You got distracted by the penis.
Yeah, I got distracted by the penis.
By the penis.
That's right. Well, when it's waving in your face and everything, it is distracting. Anyway, I left my mug down there, so I was like, "What am I gonna drink out of?" And I thought, and then I looked over, and it's like a shaft of light hit my Tony Spankler tumbler. I put coffee in that. This was 5 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I
Hot
hit
coffee.
It. Coffee is still hot, yes sir.
Yep,
it is.
hot coffee.
So the hot stays hot and the cool stays cool. It is the McDLT of tumblers.
Yes, it is.
and of
Big
course,
DLT.
Exactly. And from drinking all that coffee, it's not really good for your urinary system. Tony's got you covered.
Mm-hmm.
With, of course, the surgical stainless steel urethral sounding rod in both straight and Peyronie's.
Yeah, straight and Peyronie's disease. That's correct.
So if you got the Peyronie's, get with Tony's.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're gonna have to use that. That has to be a tagline now, so you have to use that.
Yeah. Okay, I was talking about one more thing, and we'll stop. We'll stop kissing Tony's ass. I was talking about the versatility of it. One thing I did find out, is keeping things cool. Backup beer, ice cold. It's been in there for.
Damn.
Yeah, and it is still.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's a beautiful thing with beautiful graphics of a beautiful lady.
Oh yes,
with an even more beautiful voice.
I still got to find a way to get all of her songs. I got to get them all, and we're going to do an episode called the Best of Paula.
Paula Benedict, all my best.
Yes.
Yes. You think we'd get her as a guest on that time?
Oh, I'd hope so.
And she would fucking crawl up. She would crawl in a hole full of yellow jackets before she would come onto a show.
I know.
So, did you say you had a story?
I do. So this story, and this is how they wrote it, just for me. So this story comes to you from Sancho. It all starts a millennia ago. Mom took me, teenage Sancho, his siblings, and a cousin to a beach trip down in Tybee, Georgia. Tybee Island, Georgia. Been there. Fantastic fucking place. The trip started well with beer, sand, and tits as far as the eye can see. Fast forward to lunchtime, Sancho and his cousin walk in search of food. We run into a pizza place, got hit on by an extremely flamboyant waiter, said, "No thank you, not into chorizo." After that...
Chorizo.
After that, got the worst service ever, even was called derogatory names. Come back to our spot on the beach. Our stuff had been stolen. Fishing poles, beer, and towels gone. Sancho's siblings and mother had their own issues with parking meter patrol doing what they do. We told my mom about our stuff being stolen, so Sancho's mom, fed up, said, "F this, we're going home." To top it off, we got an hour away from the beach. I turned to my mom and said, "Hey, can we turn back? I forgot my wallet." At the restaurant by the beach, she smacked me so hard and said, "That's what you get, pendejo. Now deal with it."
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
That is a shit fucking vacation.
That is a shit sandwich and a half right there. Good.
Oh,
grief.
man.
Oh man. Most of my vacations have been outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them have been less than outstanding. I don't know if I've had just like an absolute complete disaster. I mean, the things that went bad that didn't that really weren't very good comedy fodder. Like
right.
a death of a friend or a family member. Excuse me, while you're on vacation, that stuff ain't funny.
No,
but this one. I gotta admit, I acted probably like the biggest baby, as an adult when I went on vacation. And before I went on vacation, it was, of course, the week before I went on vacation.
Uh-huh.
I'm driving through the country. The corn is dry and everything. The wind is blowing. It's a beautiful day. My window's down. I'm cruising along, working for the Big Green Tea.
No corn sweat?
No corn sweat. Nope, the corn has already sweated its last sweated.
Okay, got it.
I all of a sudden, one of the leaves or piece of the husk or something comes in and stabs me right in the fucking eye. right?
Oh.
And I'm like swerving, and I was like, "Oh God, fuck me," and everything. And for that entire rest of that week into the vacation, my eye hurt like a motherfucker. It felt like
Yeah.
something was in my damn eye, you know. And come to find out, you know, and it just kept getting worse.
Scratch cornea?
A scratched cornea, exactly what it was.
Oh.
I look and okay, we were in. Here's the worst part of it. We had flown to this vacation. We were in, you know, West Yellowstone, Montana,
Mm.
and of course, my daughter was about 5, 6 years old, and you know, we wanted to go to see Yellowstone. It was right after the fire. You know, a few years after the fire, the big fire at Yellowstone, and we went in there. And I tried to have a good time, but I was so fucking miserable, and I bitched about my eye the whole fucking time.
Well, it's like having a grain of sand that you can't get out.
Exactly.
It's miserable.
And Ellen, my poor wife, was just like, you know, God damn it, Brad, I'm just done with this shit. I'm done with this. I'm gonna go home. Blah, 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 you know, we can't go home. We're gonna have to make the best of it. You got to quit being a fucking baby about this. Fuck it. So I went to the emergency room, got flushed out and everything. They gave me some antibiotic eye drops. Still didn't do anything for the pain. I was you know, just bothered the shit out of me the entire fucking time I was there, and it broke my heart. I ruined a vacation for my wife. My daughter was, you know, that was just payback because she'd ruined every fucking vacation that we had. Yeah, that one was pretty sucky. And then there was the one that I had hurt my knee. This was about 6, 7 years ago. I tore a meniscus, you know, like about 3 or 4 weeks before vacation, and I couldn't get it scheduled for surgery to get it repaired until the week after we had already scheduled this vacation.
Right.
In Florida. That turned out not to be a bad vacation because I couldn't do anything. So you know what I did? I laid on the fucking beach all week
And drank.
I lay on the beach all week and drank and smoked and just sat there and watched. I'm watching the fucking seagulls just walking by and all the bunch of seagulls, and all of a sudden this fuck out of nowhere this pigeon just comes walking by. It's like it was like in the cartoons, you know, the pigeon. He's like, he looks at me, I look at him, and he's just like he goes, what are you looking at? I'm on vacation. You know, it's like pigeons take vacations too, I guess. But no, that one turned out to be really good. And then there was the vacation. I'm gonna close with this one on my vacation rants. Is when we went with my mother-in-law. We went to Tennessee, and
Right.
you know, she would need help. You know, we rented a van because it was her, me, my daughter, and all of our stuff. And so, but every time, you know, she would need help getting into the van, so I would help her. I'd, you know, kind of help her from behind. And every fucking time, she ripped ass in my face. Every fucking time I helped her. I was like, and then I, you know, I told Ellen about it. I said, man, your mom just keeps farting in my fucking face. She goes, I know, right? She's like, she goes, she can't help it. I said, I know she can't help it, but that doesn't make it any less disgusting.
Right, yeah.
So it was like, so I was just like, it was just one of those payback things. You know, we'd be right along. When I felt a little gurgle in the southern regions, I just rolled the window up.
Hot boxer.
Yeah, that was interesting. And we looked, you know, both me and her and Beverly looked back at it and laughed. It's like, yeah, you remember that time you kept trying to shit in my face every time? Like, she goes, yeah, only a couple times it was on purpose.
It's almost like that woman in the moo at the mall I was telling you about. When it was almost like a lactose intolerant buffalo, just kind of. But hey, drinking at the beach, I gotta tell you, October 19th, Surfside, just south of Myrtle Beach, at Scotty's Beach Bar, 9 p.m., October 19th. I will be there. I know there's a couple cheese bags that are already going to be there. If you go to the Pest Control Humor Depot, our favorite group, and go to events there on the depot, you'll find it, the address for Scotty's Beach Bar, 9 p.m., October 19th, Myrtle Beach. Yes. Drinking on the beach.
Yeah, he'll be citing his new book.
I actually got asked for an autograph last time, and I thought, well, the paper is worth more than my name is on it. I probably decreased the value of the paper by putting my
Yes.
name on it.
Yes.
But I was honored just the same.
Yep. Look for Jack's newest release. Never rub another man's rhubarb. Coming to
That's
bookstores.
never rub another man's rhubarb. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh my God. Speaking of our Latino friends, we got a good one from our man in Brazil, Mario Felipe.
Oh, love that guy. Looking forward to this.
What? Yeah, he's on my bucket list of guys to meet, and
Yes.
you know, and he goes. I love his typo because it makes him sound like a hillbilly. It goes, "Hey Brad, what's up, brother? Here's my almost no vacation story." He was supposed to say, "I hope you guys like it," but between the words "hope" and "you," he accidentally typed an N. So he goes, "Like I hoping you guys like it."
Hey, I'm hoping you like it.
So anyway, Mario says, my vacation started on September 9th, and right now I am writing from the gardens of the Imperial Museum in the city of Petropolis, the former summer palace of Emperor Dom Pedro II. Viva Dom Pedro! And we came by motorcycle, just me and my lovely Giovanna. But of course, my last week was a real nightmare. Yep, that week before vacation rears its ugly head, even in the southern hemisphere. Okay,
that's right.
2 multinational companies we service had a massive rat infestation, and another one went through an international audit with the chosen audit topics being pest control. Surprise, surprise. We also had issue with the company's documentation because the health department's website went down. All of this happened in the same week, and I'm the only one in the company who can handle these things.
Oh, man.
I hate that. I hate it when it happens.
Fucking rains, it pours.
No shit. By Friday, everything was sorted. When I got home that night, I started preparing for the trip, and as I was leaving on Saturday at 5 a.m. When I removed the cover from the bike, I noticed an oil puddle underneath it and no oil in the engine.
Oh, no.
Fuck my life. Even though it had been recently changed. I found a leak in a seal and I couldn't replace it. I spoke with some friends, and they told me that the person who changed the oil probably put less than needed because although the leak was worrying, it wasn't that severe and I could travel as long as I frequently checked and topped the oil level off when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am, 370 miles from my home with my girl, my bike, a suitcase, and a few bottles of motor oil. and he sends us a picture of the Imperial Museum, and the place is beautiful. It's a palace befitting a legend like Dom Pedro II.
Wow.
I only assume he's a legend. I know nothing about Brazilian history, but
if he has a fucking palace, that's pretty legendary.
But I do know if he's Mario's man, he's my man too. So, Mario, thanks for the story, man, and it's good to see you're having a good time. And don't worry about work; it will definitely fucking be waiting on you when you get back.
Hell yeah. Oh, Mario was rocking the Tales from the Crawl Space shirt apparently at the South America's largest pest conference.
He was.
Yeah, he was rocking a Tales from the Crawl Space shirt.
Very good. And bless his heart, we couldn't get one to him because shipping's a motherfucker. And we definitely couldn't get it to him on time because it's got to go through customs, and everybody in the customs department got to look at it, try it on,
right,
rub their crotches on it and everything, maybe blow their nose in it before they put it back in the package and send it on its way. Mario didn't have time for that shit, so he got we sent him a file of the graphic. I believe Jack did, and he got it made his damn self, which is great, and I really love hearing that. Days of Knopf out in Australia
New Zealand,
Christchurch, New Zealand, yeah. Did the same thing with the PCHD Oval Glove Up Your Cheese Bag. So we have a presence down there as well through the fact that we are gracious enough to share our files of this stuff, and so merchandise is making it all over the world now, and
we've got a shirt in Australia too.
Yeah, that's right. Our good buddy down there, Dave, got one.
Hell yeah!
Did you actually send that down?
I actually found a T-shirt printing company that near him in Australia. and I put in the order online and had it sent to his address. I had to have it made in Australia and sent to him.
Speaking of merch, everybody remembers the famous glove up cheese bags hoodie that was going around over the wintertime with the fist and the rat and everything. Our buddy Troy Addington just spoke with him, and he's busy as fuck right now, so he's not been able to get any different types of things on pestdesign.com. But look for him when things slow down. He's gonna start. He said he's got a few ideas and is looking forward to putting them out there, and
Great.
Getting some more of the glove up cheese bags and PCHD word out for us. So just off the record, as we've said before, Jack and I don't make a fucking penny off.
No, not at all.
That not only disappoints us, but also makes us happy because even though people are getting the gospel out, so we love hearing that. And we're always up for a couple freebies of you guys, by the way. So don't just let's be mindful of that.
No, we've shown up in a couple other little publications as well. Our shirts have, for sure. The Women in Pest Control Conference, we showed up in that one. I think there were 2 people wearing our shirts in that one.
Yeah, and we showed up really nicely there too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Damn it, we're such pigs. Oh man.
Oh no, I'll whore out our logo. Oh, speaking of which, I've got a. Hopefully, it gets here in time. I ordered something, a little gift for you, which I'll be bringing to you in Indiana. So I'll have to. Hopefully, it gets here. I don't want to get y'all excited about it and it not show up.
Well, that's good because I've got my usual not a damn thing for you planned.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I get to sit and have a drink with you and a big old prime rib on Friday evening. So that's be fucking worth it.
Yeah, it is my turn to buy because you bought last time. God, my back is fucking itching. My ass.
I know. What the hell? Did you wipe up and wipe all the way up your back? Is that what happened?
That might have been that I don't know. That may have happened. God, you know me too well.
I do.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben Anderson sent us a story as well. So I want to. Ben Anderson said, so a few years back, me and my wife, now ex-wife, went to Atlanta to see a Braves game with her sister and husband. The game was great and Atlanta won. However, that's where our evening takes a turn. We didn't check into the hotel beforehand because we were running late. We hanging with our sibling who lived an hour north, and the traffic was terrible. Go figure. We get to our hellish location, and before I get a chance to ask where we're staying because she booked the hotel, we pull up to the motel with a red roof. You can guess where we were. I told her I'd go look at the room before we carried our bags up because the place was, in the words of Elvis, in the ghetto. Turns out the room was roach filled, and the bed was covered in bed bugs. I told her don't come up, that I'd talk to the front desk. She didn't listen. As I was speaking to the young lady behind the counter, she gave us another room. I looked at it, and again, bed bugs. Now this time, my ex started chirping at the hotel manager, and my manager asked, ma'am, what qualifications do you have to say that our rooms have bed bugs? At this point in time, I'm extremely quiet, and I wasn't going to tell them that I worked in the industry because I know how this could go without thinking. My husband is registered in 3 different states, Florida, South Carolina, and Georgia. He knows what a bed bug is and knows what it looks like. And then the manager proceeded to blame us on the bed bugs, saying that we planted them there to give them a bad reputation and soil their name. I would probably guess as to the nationality of that hotelier.
No, let's not let the 800-pound Ganesh in the room.
Finally, after an hour, we got our money back and we left. We went to a different hotel, a nicer looking one with a little more quality. Now it's 2:30 in Atlanta. We get to the next hotel, and sure enough, bed bugs. Went back downstairs to get our money back, and we drove 4 hours back home that evening. When you're like, fuck it, I'm exhausted. I'm just going to go the fuck home because it's the only goddamn place that doesn't have fucking bed bugs.
Right? I mean,
that's miserable.
If all of our 12 listeners are anything like I am, dude, I tear that room apart. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
it
do.
looks like Led Zeppelin spent the night there when I'm done with it. I mean, everything gets ripped out. This is before I take my customary shit. It's like I gotta take a shit, then I'm gonna look for bed bugs. Excuse me, the beer, and I don't burp like that on bourbon, but yeah, I mean, it's just a thing. You grab your flashlight, and you get to work, and then, if the room's clear, then you unpack, or you get just enjoy your vacation. Um,
If you have a UV light, you can look at the Jackson Pollock painting all over the walls.
oh my God, yeah, you put a UV light on some of this, it lights up like the rainforest in the movie Avatar.
It looks like CSI with luminol, and it's not blood you're spotting; it's
Yeah.
a baby gravy.
Yeah, it's like you're on the set of Tron. Oh man. Oh my God. Oh, hey, Jack, I've got some good news tonight.
What's that?
Well, I was talking to my buddy in Oklahoma in the Tulsa area, and
Oklahoma,
asked
where the
about
wind
our
comes.
Candace.
Uh-huh.
See how because I every about once a week I try to reach out to Corey and ask her how Candace is doing. And
Sure.
for those of you who don't know, Candace had a very very tremendous and catastrophic medical incident, which we were definitely biting our nails on, and but over the past months or so, she's making some good progress. And I asked Corey how she was doing, and he got back with me and said she's still making good progress.
Good.
She passed her swallow test today, and she's now able to drink water. She's also allowed to eat now, but what they're trying to feed her looks like it came out of a cat food can, and she refuses to eat it. So,
Right.
we need to get a cheeseburger in her ASAP. Give me, like, oh man, give me 400 cc's of French fries,
Stat.
and but she's at St. John Rehab Hospital and is now getting 3 hours of therapy each day. Speech
Fantastic.
therapy and physical therapy. She seems to have a good memory of everything before her issue, which is good because that means she remembers me. And but it's that her short-term memory is Swiss cheese, and she still can't voluntarily move her right arm or leg. But this is progress. This is progress in the biblical sense. This is awesome stuff. So
Hell yeah.
everybody, Candace Renee, member of the Mod Squad, and she is, she's definitely in Jack the Mind's thoughts, meditations, prayers, and drum circles, and hopefully she's in yours as well. So keep thinking good thoughts, and so Candace can get back, because after all, she is our safety director at Pest Control Huber Depot, my favorite group, and things have just gone to total shit without her.
Well, there's a spot on the show when she wants to take her victory lap. Whenever she wants to
Damn
do it,
straight.
there's a spot on the show for
Right.
it.
That's right.
Damn
We're
right.
all about the victory lap here. So, but
Now, about medical things, I have to tell you, I'm not going to say who this person is because it was kind of this happened and they have to skedaddle to take care of it. But there's a beloved cheese bag whose family member is experiencing a serious medical issue right now. So we want to let you know who you are. We love you and we're thinking about you. And if there's anything you need, you know how to get a hold of us.
That's right. Absolutely. And I'm not too far away from you. So anything you need, just let me know.
Right. So didn't want to put their personal information out there, but they know who they are and they know that we got their back.
Absolutely. So, you like my little nick right there?
Yeah, what happened? You backhand somebody with a buck tooth?
Yeah, no, actually, it looked like I've been crucified. I can use it as a whistle.
It's like I can't. We have to leave religion out of it. I totally had a joke, but I can't. I got to leave it alone. As much as I want to, I'm chomping at the bit. I'll have to tell you after the show.
Yeah, I got me a stigmatism going on
here. Well, you're going to be on vacation next week. I was considering approaching one of our former guests to be a guest host on the show next week.
Guy up north?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for for the time that I've had here on.
Fuck that.
and because I know you guys are going to like him a lot better than me. So,
Fuck no.
congratulations. And I will leave that to you, Jack, because again, I am on vacation. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, if you guys can make it work, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait to hear it, man. It's going to be
Well, the
fucking
third week of October,
insanity.
you might have to record a show because I'm not going to be around the third week
It's
of
going to
October.
be insanity. Oh God, last show I haven't recorded a show on my own in goddamn, I can't remember how long. I still get to send it to you to edit it though, right?
I'll take my laptop. They've got Wi-Fi at the hotel, but I'm going to be busy.
You're gonna have to, man. Because okay, I'll get somebody on here. I got a couple of ideas. So
Okay.
yeah, and so holy shit. But yeah, everybody. I mean, vacations. Yeah, we talked a lot. We talked some shit about some vacations today.
Yeah.
The week before is a pain in the ass, and sometimes they just even the best laid plans on a vacation often fall to the wayside. But the worst vacation you guys could take is the worst vacation to have is the one you don't take.
Right.
And, don't let the workload or worrying about stuff work related keep you from taking some time unplugging and living your life. Because we need to work to live and not live to work. I think that's a thing that gets lost a lot, especially when you're in a situation where even when you're working for somebody or yourself, you still feel a sense of responsibility to your customers, to your family, to those. You think about those sales that you might be missing. You think about what's going to happen to your customers. Their service plans are going to fall apart while you're gone and everything. Don't. The best part about a lot of things is that there's not a whole lot that can get fucked up that can't be fixed.
Right.
And so just let it go for a little while. Enjoy yourself. That's what I'm planning on doing. And
well, what I did when I was working for Donnie and Marie over closer to DC, on the way home, I'd approach the valley, come across the Blue Ridge Mountains. So I couldn't afford to go on vacation. So my vacation was a staycation. But even every day coming home from work, I picked, and here's my advice to you people: pick a landmark on the way home. That when you pass that landmark, all the bullshit you've been dealing with stays behind that landmark, and you leave it behind. And once you pass that, it's off of you on the way home. Because what I did is when I came across the top of the Blue Ridge Mountains, as soon as I could see the valley in front of me, all the bullshit stayed on that other side of the mountain, and I didn't take it with me going back down the mountain. I picked a landmark, and in my head, when I passed that, all the shit that was bugging me stayed on the other side.
yeah.
So, and it might not work for some people, but it worked for me, and I could just feel this weight lift off of me as I crested the top of the mountain and went down the other side. I could just feel the weight lift. And my staycation, I just hung out in the valley. I might went fishing right down the road from where I live, whatever. I mean, even if you can't afford to go traipsing around somewhere doing something,
Right.
take the time for yourself. Take the mental health minute for yourself. And self-care, even if it's simple as grabbing a fishing pole, not catching a fucking thing, and sitting by a pond all day with a cooler of whatever you feel like drinking, and just wasting time.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
And of course, when Jack says fishing pole, he's not actually talking about a fishing pole. He's talking about rubbing one out at the side of a lake.
My penis.
Sort of like,
I'm feeding the fish. I'm spraying a little little fish food.
Chumming for bass.
I'm chumming for ass, man. Come on.
I was waiting for you to turn it into something sexual, and you never did. So I got your back, Jack.
You always do, and and when we were talking about that, you had my front too. So
I did on occasion. Oh shit. Oh gosh, let's see. We talked about what's coming up, which is you don't know, and
right.
We Jack and I have still been talking about having an episode of second two plus generation pest control companies, and if you fit that bill, a father son or father daughter, mother son mother daughter that owns, operates, and together, and you guys are still talking to each other, We'd love to have you on the show.
That's
Even
important.
if you're not talking to each other, we might get you on the show together, try to get you back together. Who knows?
Right.
Might be it could be one of those shows, but I hope not, because those things are kind of tacky.
It's a reunion show.
It's like at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit if you get back together. But anyway,
Ah, fuck you! I'm not fucking working for you ever fucking
that's
again,
right,
motherfucker.
yes. Get out of here, you wee cunt. So, if you and your son or your offspring or your parents fit that description, and you'd like to spend a little time with me and Jack just talking bullshit, let us know. Message me on Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, or myself, Jack over there, on however you get a hold of him. And we'd love to try to put something together, because I think I think it'd be really interesting. I think all 12 of our listeners would tune in for that one.
I've already got the song that I want to put on the intro for that one. I already have that in my head. So
oh man,
some 80s metal, Anthrax, Keep It in the Family.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So, I'm a little bit older than you, so I would have went with Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, I could see that. But hell yeah. Might have to just put one at the beginning, one at the end, or something like that.
That's true. Yeah. We try to do that as often as possible. One in the front, one in the back.
That's right. Spit roast. Boy, we've spit roasted this show with the spit roast comments.
We totally did, didn't we? Yeah, we London Bridge the fuck out of that one.
High five. High five.
Damn. All right. Well, you know what, Jack? It's past my. It's Thursday. It's not Friday. We usually record on Friday. Ooh, it's past my fucking bedtime, man.
But you'll hear this on Friday, because I'm still going to upload it for the same bat time, same bat channel.
I can't wait, because you're gonna have all this extra time to edit, augment, and everything. It's gonna be so quality. It's gonna be like
quality.
Yes, it's gonna be cheese bag, since around.
Nah, fuck that. You're getting the same old shit you always get.
I figured as much. Lazy fuck. All right. Hey, on behalf of Tales from the Crawlspace Podcast, PCHD, Pest Control Humor Depot,
our favorite group,
on behalf of SpanglerArt.com and keep an eye out for PestDesigns.com. We are out the fuck here, and out the fuck here. Okay, I'm just going to ask you guys to bug the fuck off
and glove up for Candace.
See ya.